Hey guys, I literally just got home from Toronto and I got here and I discovered that my bed was made. And I don't usually make my bed. I make it before videos because it's up against a wall and it's just a mattress, so it's kind of a pain to make the bed. But I got home and I'm like, the bed's already, I gotta make a video because I never get the opportunity to just be like, I'm just gonna turn on the camera, start doing stuff. I have to like prep the room first. Like, when am I gonna have this opportunity again? I want to talk to you guys about BufferFestival because honestly, I think this is the best structured conference that I have been to. And I've been to a lot of conferences for YouTube this year. I was at Playlist Live, and then Vlogger Fair, and then VidCon, and then Summer in the City, and now BufferFestival. So that's 5 conferences, a lot of traveling. This one is, oh my God, so well done, and especially for a first-year conference. So the basic, I kind of talked a little bit about this, but the idea is that you have these hour-and-a-half blocks in movie theaters. And what they would do is they would have a host, and then whoever was being featured, if it was like a show for a wheezy waiter, or they would just have hosts if it was like a genre show of like, we're gonna look at prank videos, or whatever it might be. And basically they would go and they'd play, you know, like a video or two, and then they'd go and they'd talk for a little bit, and then they'd play a video or two, and they'd talk for a little bit. And that is a perfect structure for these type of events. A lot of people, I know after VidCon and other conferences, have been kind of frustrated with some of the panels, and that, well, this wasn't necessarily valuable, or some people seem kind of unprepared. The nice thing about structuring it this way is that even when you have a bad host, you're still spending half the time watching awesome videos in a group of other people who also enjoy watching these videos. That's one of the awesome things about YouTube, and maybe it's just that I haven't experienced this in a while, but when you crowd around with a whole bunch of people, like, check this video out, this was awesome, and then you all laugh about it, and to be able to watch Wheezy Waiter with a laugh track is kind of an experience that is pretty freaking amazing. Now, I mean, there were some hiccups, nothing to really care about. I mean, there were a couple of technical difficulties, but nothing that took up too much time, and certainly nothing that you wouldn't forgive even for a conference that had been going for years and years and years. The only thing is, they had I can't speak to the meetup portion because I'm not interested in that. It's the thing about me, as very much a fan of a lot of creators, I don't have any interest in standing in line to get their autograph and say hi. I would love to say hi to them as an equal, not an equal as far as like productivity or stuff goes, but just as a person to person. But I don't want to stand in a line and just be like, oh, I'm such a fan. It just not huge appeal to me, and I take it from Twitter. Some people had some criticisms for how that was structured. And because it was a first-year conference, there weren't a huge number of YouTubers there like you would see at Playlist Live or VidCon. But the structure of the event was so beneficial, so much better than just the plain panels that were at most of the other events. So the other thing is that because all these events were taking place across all of these different theaters, there wasn't kind of one big keynote or any real big thing that seemed to be kind of the core of the event. So at no point did you really feel like you were here in this crowd of, the event goers. I don't know how necessarily you might go about fixing this. Maybe it's something as simple as, like with VidCon, they had the big packet that really kind of, so then you've kind of got your bearings and, what all that's going on, or maybe, as I've seen with some non-YouTube events, you get a very large arena space and you have like a big welcome mashup thing for like a few hours, and then after that you can break into things, and then maybe you have some big closing event. But the structure for this, it was the sort of thing where no matter, because it was so balanced between YouTube personalities talking about the process of creating things and Also watching videos that maybe you've seen, but maybe you haven't seen, or maybe you've seen and forgotten. That really, if either of those happens to be bad, you're still getting a lot out of that particular block. Finally, they did try and organize kind of a get-together party thing on Saturday. That didn't go so well. They had a red carpet event that was invite only for the big YouTubers and, from what I could tell, a lot of press folks, which I presume is really important for kind of getting funding to do this next year. It would have been nice if, there was a way to get in to that, but, one day I'll be that famous, I suppose. And then they also had kind of a dance thing at the Hyatt Ballroom. Not many people went to, and this is something that they have it at all of these conferences, I think, and it's just like some people very much enjoy it, but introverted YouTubers aren't really the most dance floory type of people, and I'm overgeneralizing there. It would have been nice to have just a couple of other kind of organized, collaborative type social events that might have been a little less intimidating. Obviously, with all of these conferences, you are going to get in what you're going to get out of it what you put in. So if you go and you try and make some friends before you go, and you can arrange to chill with them and stuff during the times when you're not going to different things, then you can get a ton out of it. And that's kind of been how I've largely benefited from a lot of the other events. But I have to say, Apprentice A and everybody involved in this conference did an absolutely phenomenal job, and I am just agog that this is their first year, and I cannot wait to go back, because honestly, out of all of the conferences next year, and I'm going to be going to a lot of stuff, this is probably the one that I am most looking forward to. So those are my thoughts on BufferFestival. If you were there and you have some thoughts, feel free to leave them in the new comments. We'll have a threaded conversation about it, and I will see you then. Bye.